to answer some of your questions. Happy New Year, Pastor Peter.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for that wonderful message and very powerful message. How are you doing?
Excellent. You?
Excellent. I am ready to labor for the Lord again. Okay, so for our first question, why should people believe in Jesus when most of the so-called Christians they encounter are very unlike the Jesus of the Bible?
Notice what you're saying. Why should you allow others to affect your relationship with Jesus? Isn't that ridiculous? Just because others are not real followers does not mean I will follow them. And it does not negate the fact that who Jesus is. So you follow Jesus because he is the truth, the way, and the life.
Following Jesus for who he is, not for who people are. Okay, for the second question, how can I avoid being useless and unfruitful in my knowledge of Jesus when life feels mundane or a routine?
If you notice what Peter is saying, you have to grow in your Christ-likeness. Life becomes mundane. Example, when your love for Jesus is transferred to something else. Example, when you don't exercise perseverance, when you don't exercise self-control, when you love something else, you are not godly. Of course, your appetite for Jesus will be affected. That's why Christianity, you have to always practice self-discipline. You have to keep growing. You cannot allow yourself to relax. What do I mean? Are you familiar with this basketball player, Steph Curry?
Yes, yeah.
Why is he good?
Because he keeps on practicing and
Do you think
exercising.
he's still practicing now or no?
I believe he still is.
To be good at something, you got to keep practicing. To be a good Christian, you got to keep practicing.
Amazing. Working out, exercising, our salvation. And for our last question, Peter talks about living in a way that ensures we won't stumble. How can I build that kind of consistency in my walk with God?
To build that kind of consistency, you have to understand you require habits. Develop good habits. We are creatures of habits. In my case, I have already habits established. When I wake up, my default mode is I will pray. I want to read the Bible. I don't do other things. It's a habit. You are creatures of good habits or bad habits. Make habits your friend. Practice it. And then if you have a habit of prayer, habit of meeting with each other, habit of worship, I guarantee you, why will you stumble?
Praise God. Good habits that will lead you closer to Jesus. Thank you, Pastor Peter, for answering our questions. And what a better way to